this flame. I got this fire.
Hey everybody, MEMEroflCHIPPS here, and MEMEroflCHIPPS here, and we are back with more Kerbal Space Program, and this is the Wiener. Hopefully you like it. Preparing to launch the Wiener in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Tried to make you guys anticipate it. Oh, weird like. But yes, this is the Wiener. The Space Wiener, to be exact. Boy, does it have a lot of power. It is 4 of the large solid fuel boosters, plus the liquid fuel that I'm running at like 25 to 30%, something like that. So it's got quite a lot of thrust on it for not really having a whole lot of payload that it's carrying. I don't think. I don't know. Either way, all I wanted to do was get this into space, do some more basic science stuff. Boy, does that look cool. And then I don't know what else. I guess I'm just gonna orbit, I guess. That's the plan, is just orbiting. Honestly, I don't even... Have I done a complete orbit yet? I don't know. But, that's hopefully what I am going to accomplish today, is orbiting around the Earth. Well, Kerbin. And, okay. So this orbit is going to be super weird and messed up. And so what we're going to do is, this is my ep6, which is my farthest point away from Kerbin. I don't want to focus on Kerbin. Stop. There we go. So my ep6 is ridiculous right now. And so I'm going to tip this to 90 degrees. Actual, like, equatorial 90 or whatever you actually want to call this, because I'm not a scientist. I'm just some guy that plays video games for people to watch. But anyways, and then once I get here, I just go basically just balls to the wall. I guess I could angle my rocket slightly downward into the red, which would be -10, but I don't think I'm going to. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to full throttle it around here, and hopefully I have enough fuel. Boy, this is going to be a all jacked up orbit. So excuse the horrible orbit. It'll be better next time, I guess. Yeah, angle that down a little bit. I still have some fuel, obviously not a lot. Maybe I won't make it into orbit. It's getting retarded. I should. Oh. Okay. Tip it here. This is, I believe this is either normal or anti-normal, the blue ring. Which that's what I want, because anti-normal shifts it. As you can see, it's bringing my orbit closer and kind of rounding it out, and I'm out of fuel for my main stage, and so I'm going to take off out of that stage like a bat out of hell, I guess would be a good explanation for it. And yeah, this is either normal or anti-normal, and so I'm going to do that, and my periapsis will, the apoapsis is the farthest away point from your center of orbit. And then the periapsis is your closest point of orbit. What is this? Worlds for the recent accomplishments of our space program, we have entered orbit. Yes, so this is actually the first time I have made it into orbit and whatever. And so I'm going to extend my main antenna. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to extend my backup antenna just for the fun of it. And I do have solar panels on this and a battery, so hopefully the drain on my battery is not too enormous. But I guess realistically I shouldn't have to transfer any science. Just get that out of the message center. I shouldn't have to transfer any science because it loses data value. See, it's worth 187, but if I transmit it, it was worth 91. And so I would rather do my best to recover it than lose it. Yeah, see, I'm losing 18 points of science if my quick math was right. And blah, blah, blah. Reading temperature scans in space. Space doesn't have a temperature, so really I'm just monitoring the temperature of the outside of my ship. And so that's done. Check the goo. Observe mystery goo. Goo feels right at home. Congratulations. Keep that experiment. What is this? This is my barometer, which measures atmosphere pressure. Their instrument reads 0 as if it were in a vacuum. Oh my god, that's because space is a vacuum. But yes, all of that is done. And then good old Jedediah, I'm going to have him do a crew report. Crew reporting from space. Congratulations. Come down here, click EVA, and then go over here to Jedediah, left click, click EVA report. Boom, you recorded your observations, and then you can just click B and board back into the shuttle. Hooray. Oh my god. And so we are traveling along our orbit, which is the apoapsis is 501, and my periapsis is 115, which, ooh, I'm inside the planet. Yeah. Woo! Okay, enough of that. Anyways, yes, that is the mun. But, yes, I can travel along my orbit, and I will probably end up time warping just to say I did it. Look at that. I set it to 100 times, 50 times. Oh, we're moving too slow. 100 times. Just go whipping around the planet. I wonder if that would mess the physics all up if I did that. I don't know. But anyways, yup. Do this. Fast forward time. Hooray! Look at me go. I got close to the planet there. If you get too close to the planet, I think it's under 120, it drops your fast forward down to something else, like 50. And so I think right here would be one complete orbit. But just to be safe, I am going to go around again. Just to say I did it. So, yeah, that's fun. Just to say I actually orbited the Earth, which here would probably make it twice. And then I am going to bring it back, because now I have definitely, for sure definitely, done this. Or done orbit around the planet like 1.5 times. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my rocket into, I'm going to activate the SAS on this marker, which is retrograde, which is to go opposite of your orbit. Set that relatively low, and as you can tell, my orbit is changing, at least the little markers for apoapsis and periapsis, are changing, which means I am coming back. There we go. See? Look at that. Back to Kerbin. But I'm kind of interested in whatever that round thing is. So, I kind of want to go there. And so I'm going to go here to this one and expand out my orbit a little bit. I'm going to do this all stupid-like by just throttling up to 100 in a little short bursts because I'm kind of lazy, I guess. And so that is going the wrong direction. So I need to go the other way. But for right now, I don't remember what all of them mean. So I'm kind of winging it here. Not winging it, I know exactly what I'm doing, kind of. Not really, but I'm trying. For the sake of you guys, I'm trying. But I don't quite remember what everything is called. Now I just need to find the retrograde. Because there's a retrograde and prograde, that's what the other one is. That's normal, don't remember, anti-normal, and then this is prograde. This is retrograde. Whoops. I went a little too far. I'm sure tumbling through space is exactly what Jedediah wanted to do with his day. And so, give this... Oh. That's not good. Oh, that's under... Okay, yeah. I will... As soon as I get over there, I will be plummeting to the surface relatively quickly. I think I lost my sound. But that's okay, I guess. I'm gonna detach the other portion of my ship, and because here pretty soon we are going to start plummeting to the surface, I'm going to retract both of my antennas, and hooray, those are retracted. And so yep, I'm just going to plummet towards the surface. Sorry, I had to itch my face. Plummeting towards the surface, I will probably end up fast forwarding the time, because why not? Woo! Okay, and so while this is getting hot in the atmosphere, I can rotate this to retrograde because I have a heat shield. That's what they're called. I have a heat shield on the bottom. And so, as I'm going through the atmosphere, that is going to slow me down, and this here will dip into the planet like that. And then I won't have, or I will 100% hit the planet. But things are getting hot, and that makes me a little nervous. I don't know why multiple things are getting hot, but yeah, I will almost hit those islands, I think. Oh, there's the rest of my ship. Things are getting hot. This is bad. Okay, I guess if I wiggle it a little bit back and forth, things don't get as hot. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I also don't know what's getting hot, so I don't want to keep moving too much, because things... explosions. I don't know what's happening anymore. Things exploded. My ship is... My heat shield break? Boy, I took a weird angle into the atmosphere. But hey, it sounds like the hotness is going away, which is good. I don't know what broke. Obviously my heat shield broke, but I'm not sure what else broke. Hopefully it wasn't my parachutes and I don't need it anymore. Because that would be bad. Because Jedediah would certainly die. But now that I've made it through the atmosphere, it is basically just falling, and my parachute will deploy when it feels like it's ready. And I'm thinking it was my antenna. Yes, status is broken. My antenna broke. But that's okay, because I still have my backup, even though I don't necessarily need them anymore. And yep, there goes my parachute. And so now it is just peacefully floating towards the ground, I guess. Water. Okay, look at that. Ouch, I kicked my table. Anyways, recovered the vessel. I got 147 science that I earned, which that's good because I need new parts. And so I got money, Jedediah gained experience, and so let's go spend our points. I want bigger fuel tanks. General construction, flight control, advanced construction, and now we're back with the science chip. And this is getting a remodel. Goodbye. I think there might still be a heat shield on the bottom. I was right, there is, and I don't need it anymore. Goodbye. Okay. So, I don't actually know how much of this I'm going to need, but I'm going to assume that I don't need that. And so I'm going to stick this on there. Boom, stuck. Because this is basically hopefully going to be a satellite, which basically is going to be a science mill. Everything is back, well, not back together, but now everything is together in a better fashion. And so I need a crew. I'm going to put the scientists in, I want them in here. You can go in here. And that should work, I guess. I need fins. I forgot the fins. I'm gonna go with the Delta Deluxe. Oh, I'm not. I want this one. I don't know. I'm gonna do let's, I don't know. I'm gonna do these ones, I guess. And obviously I have grid snap on and the place 4. So I'm gonna do that, and that should put them like that. And so, yeah, I think we are ready to go. So this will be fun. Alright, so after all of my fancy staging and everything is done, and I think it's done right, I guess, let's hope this doesn't suck too bad. I put a pilot in because I figured that would be a good idea. And I'll keep the throttle for that down, because that's my liquid fuel. Excuse me, clearing my throat. And hopefully this gets us into space. This is much more stable than the original science chip. So hopefully this can get us into orbit, which from there we can just use this as a science mill. So now we are beginning our tip to the side. And so I'm going to tip very far to the side. I'm almost gonna try to stay with I think this is anti-normal. It's either normal or anti-normal. I don't quite remember. And so we're going to stick with that and see if I think I'm tipped a little too far down. Oh, I want to get closer to 100. So I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna tip back up to the level 90 here. Oh, slightly below, but negative 10 degrees on the 90 line. And that ran out of fuel. And so I guess realistically I have done nothing but mess up so far. What did I get? We have returned to the surface from orbit. Yes, we did. Ooh, 120,000? I'm alright with that. That was good money. I can live with it. And now we're plummeting. Quickly. Because, I didn't bring enough fuel for this trip. There we go. This isn't good. Chutes are inside. Whoa. And that's how it's done. Gotta flop around a little bit. Ta-da! I'm going to check these. I think someone died. Oh, I killed Bob. Alright, so we are back here. You've returned to the surface from orbit. Yeah, I know, I already saw that. Okay. And so, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to orbit. Anyways, take it easy, guys. That was enough failure for today. Thanks for watching.